Do we have it ready? Are you ready? Are you? Are you? Namaste, salutations,
Action.
good vibes. It is a Thursday, or it's Monday. I was going to do Thursday night.
Oh gosh.
It's Monday with Master Roachee and Queen Kate, the talent. How are you doing on this Monday, Queen Kate?
I'm okay.
I'm
I took
okay.
a nap and it's been raining all day. It's been a good day.
All right. After all of that good news, it's just okay. I mean, you're here with me now. Doesn't that make
That
it
makes it not okay.
terrific?
No, that makes it not okay.
Oh, no. You love spending time with me. Ooh, kind of itchy. Very good. Well, we got a great show coming up tonight. Thank you for joining us. We are going to get back into auras and developing, not only developing your ability to see them, but developing your senses. Something that we've really gotten away from as a species, not as a society, but as a species in general. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I hope you find it interesting. We also have a very, very special guest tonight. Do you know who that is? You know, Caitlin, quit touching me.
I didn't touch you. I touched your chair.
Do you know who our special guest is tonight?
Yes.
What would you like to tell everybody else?
Our special guest tonight is Mike Hood.
Mike Hood, yes. If you don't know Mike Hood, you're going to get to meet him tonight. Really, really fascinating guy. And we're really lucky to have him on our program. He'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
Yes.
But first, you
Here. Huzzah.
didn't get to go to the music festival last weekend.
This past weekend. No, I didn't.
No, you did
I
not.
went to work instead.
You missed a great time. Red Beer 420 was there in Bear.
I know, and they wanted me to be there, but I needed to sleep.
But we took a vote, and you lost.
There was no vote.
Yes,
there was no vote.
Yes, I won't tell you how I voted.
You and Mom told me to stay home and sleep.
But Shivering Waters put on an event at Fork Lake. It was a Fork Lake Music Festival, and I'm telling you, they did this up right. It was a beautiful venue. The bands are outstanding. We're going to be bringing you some of the music that we got to hear there live through the show. Probably starting maybe on Thursday, we'll start introducing you to some of these bands. And it was billed kind of as Americana, and that is a cross, I guess, between what I felt is folk and country. But just a few of the amazing artists. Special thanks to Jack Daniel. Not only was he an incredible artist that was performing, he was also doing triple duty of making sure the event was running right. So that's off.
Gabby, I'm not sure where it's at. That's why I don't have it on. I don't know what I did with it.
Oh, she lost her crown.
I don't know what I did with it.
Maybe it's larger powers at B.
I
don't know. I haven't seen it.
I don't know. It's not over there on the shelf.
Well, you need to keep track of your stuff.
Where I usually put it.
It's
not. Wait.
You need to become responsible with your things.
Take this. Hush.
Just don't knock it over. So.
I found it.
Oh, she found it. She has her crown back. Aren't we lucky?
But listen, if I could go one live with remembering absolutely everything that I need for the live, that'll be the day.
Yeah, the day that the earth ends, because it will be the end of everything. Here, take that back.
Thanks, buddy.
No, we had a wonderful, wonderful time, and we have a few events coming up. We are going to be at the Little Bean Farmers Market in West Chicago in 2 weeks. Then on Labor Day weekend, we're going to be at Tallapalooza. We'll get more information out about both of these events. We're also going to be in West St. Louis.
East St. Louis?
East St. Louis. East St. Louis. East St. Louis doing the Learn and Burn.
Burn and Learn.
Burn and Learn. Learn and Burn.
Cannafest.
Cannafest. And then we're also setting up at the St. Louis Cannabis Expo. So those are just a few of the dates that we have coming up. So hopefully if we're close to you, please drop in and see us. Other thing I want to put out is our newsletter is out. It does have the basic chakra meditation and the first exercise on seeing auras. You're going to want to sign up for our newsletter because on our next newsletter, we're going to be announcing our rewards and loyalty program. So that is something that is definitely worth reading. Also, you get 10% off when you do sign up for our newsletter at, where do they get 10% off at?
MasterRoacheesGarden.com.
MasterRoacheesGarden.com. So you sign up, you get 10% off your first purchase. And also, we are going to start giving out gift certificates.
Yes.
Not just giving away products, but giving away gift certificates. So if we give away something that you're really not interested in, instead of that, you can just go to the site and purchase what you would like with the gift certificate. So those are a few things that are coming up, and I kind of like that idea. It gives people more freedom of choice.
So to sign up for our newsletter, whenever you go to MasterRoacheesGarden.com, it should pop up with the option, enter your email, sign up for our newsletter, get 10% off after you hit the yes, I'm over 21 button.
Right on. So do that, because when we give away these gift certificates, we credit it directly to your account. So if you're on our email list, we just take that and we apply that money directly to your account. It will be taken off of whatever you purchase at checkout. So it's really easy. You don't have to redeem anything. All you have to do is sign up for our newsletter. If you win, we automatically credit your account with whatever denomination you won that day.
Yes.
So easy peasy.
Real fast.
Yes.
I'm going to say hi to everybody.
Okay. Let's go, Kate.
I had to burp first. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Ron. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Mark. Hi, Lance. Hi, Cosmo. Hi, Diane. Hi, Harold. Hi, Simon. Hi, Esteban. Hi, Donna. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Paul. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Diane. Hi, Terry. Hi, Peter. Hi, Tucker. Hi, Tabby. Hi, Chance. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Cosmo again. And hi, Tiffany. Hi, Josh. Hi, Mama. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Hobbies. Hi, Mama again. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Steve. Hi, Pepper. I think I got everybody.
Hi. Namaste.
Everybody that
all.
said hi,
welcome. Glad you're all here. And thank you. Thank you so very much. So,
hi, Arisha.
Without any more
further ado,
let's bring on our guest for tonight, Mike Hood. We only bring on beautiful people that do beautiful things, and Mike's a beautiful person and a stand-up guy. Very happy to have him here tonight. Do you have him, Caitlin? Do you have him? Mike, namaste. Thank you for joining us this evening. I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, no problem. I'm proud to be here. Took a little while, but I finally was able to make time for it.
Well, we appreciate it. Why don't you introduce yourself, kind of a little bit of your background and what you're doing, and then we'll get deeper into to your caregiving.
All right. Well, my name's Mike Hood, of course, and I'm also one of the creators of Misfit Island. There's a handful of us. What I do for a living is I'm a biochemist engineer. I get to do some really cool stuff with some really cool chemicals and some really cool natural like plants, animals, stuff like that. Not saying to animals, but like, just the stuff that will help them out.
Right
I'm
on.
also a caregiver. I'm a caregiver to like 20 people. So I mean, I grow their medicine as they need. They tell me what they need. I go on, I guess you would call an expedition to find the strain they're looking for, and I grow it out and I keep it for them. I keep a mother plant for them, so it's always around. But that's also separate from my own personal growth. So I mean, my personal growth changes all the time, but theirs pretty much stays consistent until they say they want to try something else.
Right on.
That's cool.
And when people may not be familiar with the term caregiver, can you tell everybody what that actually entails?
All right, so there's many different definitions of caregiver when it comes to a recreational or a medical state. All right, a caregiver could be somebody that literally goes to the dispensary, picks up the product for the people that can't get there, or whether they're disabled, they just can't, they don't have mode of transportation, and they bring it back to them. And then there's the caregiver side, which I partake in, which is I actually grow their medicine, you know, free of charge pretty much. They just donate a little bit of money for their soil or however they want it grown. And I grow it out for them, and it's kind of like a self sustaining medicine for them because it's always there. And
Yeah,
also, the biggest question I get from it is, do you get to keep some of the product that you do for the caregiving? No, absolutely not. I don't keep any of it.
right on. So you're basically volunteering your time and talents and uh, growing expertise to these folks for, well, for nothing. Just basically volunteering your time.
Yes, I love to grow the plant, so it came natural. I didn't realize I was going to get so many patients at one time, and I still take on patients. You know, it's
Wow.
you'd be surprised. These patients do pretty much most of the work. I just grow the plant. They talk amongst each other, and they like, "Hey, this strain does this for me. It might help you." And then, it just goes. It's basically word of mouth.
Right on. Now, your patients, if I'm correct, are terminal, for
Uh,
lack of a better word.
I would say about 80% of them are terminal. All right, and the other 20% are not going to ever get better, but they're not going to get worse. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Or
Right.
pre-terminal, should you say? I don't
right.
like really using the word terminal because there's always a fighting chance. As long as you're breathing, there's a chance.
Certainly, certainly.
Valid. Valid.
And yeah, and I like that. But I mean, you are really providing them with the care and the comfort and the added support that just a few years ago was unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it was an uphill battle. Like before, when this first hit Missouri, that's where I'm located. You were only allowed to have 3 patients, so you couldn't really like make a dent in the world on that. And then the stipulations were so hard. You had to get everything what they wanted you to do. Now they relaxed it. Now it's turned recreational. Now I can have as many patients as I want as long as I don't go past my threshold on how many plants I have for it.
Well, that is cool. And each patient is allotted. How many plants are patients allotted?
They're allowed for up to six. Well, sorry, 9 plants, 3 in each stage per patient. And
Okay,
then when you add it to my license, it doubles that. So I mean, so it's 18, 18, 18. But most of them don't do that many because it's just them. 18 plants being harvested is a lot of product. You know,
yeah, it is. Yeah. So, how many plants on average do you have going at one time?
oh, this last harvest I did was 120.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope you had some harvest help.
My wife, me and my wife, and
Right.
a few friends come over every once in a while. They'll help out. I mean, that's not my threshold. My threshold is I can have up to 250, but I don't want to reach that threshold. You
Wow.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, but still, that amount, that's still a lot of trimming.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, it's days and weeks. Everybody's like, "Oh man," I mean, I'm not making fun of nobody, but I crack up when people are like, "Man, I got these two plants I got to trim." That would be a vacation for me.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a lot of trimming, a lot of trimming. But it's fun, and some people hate trimming. I don't mind it at all. We throw on some music, you know, uh, grab some pizza, and just smoke and trim for hours and hours and hours. We don't do it for days and weeks, or getting used to, but uh, that was fun. What you do is work.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm one of the creators of Misfit Island, so I want to give a shout out to everybody there. I mean, even the members. I mean, everybody's playing their part, and it's awesome. But to be honest with you, most of the time when I'm on a live, I'm trimming at the same time. And people don't realize that because I usually have my computer up where they can't see what I'm doing.
Right on.
Right, right.
Well, would you like to tell everybody a little bit more about the premise of Misfit Island?
All right, Misfit Island was a brainchild between me and Frank Sline. One really stoned evening when we were sitting there talking to each other. All right. Um, Basically, we want to bring the unity back amongst the community. And, that is our slogan, unity amongst the community.
Right on.
We Misfit Island has all walks of life, from people that grow, people that just smoke, people that have their crafts. We showcase your stuff on there too. The
Right.
beard
I'm
art,
a member.
yeah, which is amazing. We allow a lot of things to an extent. Because some people, the average, there's some really bad people out there that try to sneak something in that
Right.
shouldn't be. But for the most part, man, we're a tight knit community and everybody's a family. We treat everybody like a family, you know, and that's how Misfit Island is. It's an island of the misfits. If you think you're an outcast somewhere, you're welcome on our island. You may realize once you get there, you're really not an outcast, you know.
Right. If your vibe's a little bit different than other people's, Misfit Island might be a place where you find home.
Yeah. And like I said, we're not geared towards, all right, you're going to represent Misfit Island and, we're not going to represent nothing else. We have all kinds of people we let their lives on our page, like all of Grow Fam, basically,
Right.
everybody.
Yeah, you're very, very open with your platform, and I've noticed that. I sneak in and also watch when Crystal and Caitlin are on, uh, because I'm usually doing something else at the time too. But yeah, I've noticed that you've just had a lot of wonderful people, and I love that what you're doing with the community.
Yeah, it's all about unity. That's the motto. Frank, myself, Caitlin on the screen, you know, Chuck Rock. There's so many people involved. Wayne Cruz,
Right on.
Steve-O, Sir Steve-O, you know, and our newest one, Kasia. We're all about unity. We may not agree on everything, but we all come together to some common goal eventually. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, and you know what? It would be an awful, awful boring place, the world, if everybody agreed on everything. You got to have difference of opinion. You got to have debate, discussion. That's what makes life interesting. That's how you learn. That's, and share. There's so much that is
I
good
agree.
about, discussion, even arguments. Sometimes you can learn something from them.
Hi, Maddie.
well, yeah, and see the whole purpose. Like I see Matty G popped in the comments. We promote what they do there. We don't
Yeah,
want to be bound by, like, when we have sponsors. Just like every normal group. But I also make it very clear, if you're going to sponsor us, I'm not going to be bound to just you. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. Of
That's
course.
not the whole point. We create the group for a community, and we're always going to be about a community.
Exactly. Yes, you don't want to become a slave to somebody or to something.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't mind me interrupting, but it's
No,
because there's so much great out there. If you're bound to like, I'm not gonna like put anybody on the spot because that's not me, but I'm gonna say if option one and option two are like, hey, it's got to be strictly us, we're gonna miss option three, four, five, and so on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
oh, certainly. Yeah, I saw Cosmo and Cosmo Creations out there, and Matty G and the Brooklyn Boys. And that's the thing. We have so many extremely talented, not only content creators, but artists, musicians in our ranks, uh, some comics, some authors. We there's a wonderful group in the Canna community, and we should be trying to check all of these folks out and give everybody a time because each one has a special gift that they want to share.
Yeah, and that's what surprised us in this group in the beginning. We were never, we come a long way in membership in like 3 months. All right. So, I mean, that's 400 members per month, basically. And
Wow, yeah, that's good growth.
yeah, and everybody's pretty much on the same page. We've come across people we've never seen before, but they have some awesome stuff to offer, you know?
Right, right.
And as our saying is if you got some awesome stuff and, we support the small business, all right? There's plenty of support for the big business, but not very much for the small people, all right?
No,
So if you got something to offer, by all means, showcase it, but make sure you're on the up and up about it because I do have people that watch out for that.
right on. And it's unfortunate that you have to. Tell you what, Mike, I think we're going to take our first musical break here. And remember that this show is sponsored by MasterRoachiesGarden.com. And you need to check out all of our fine selections of our CBD oils. Let me get it. It's right here. Our brand new joint and muscle rub. Why are you laughing? Why? Why?
Shameless.
That's not nice.
Shameless.
That's
plugging.
not nice. Very concentrated, 1,500 milligrams in 100 milliliters. We have listened to feedback. You've told me that you think there's going to be needs more menthol, so I think on our next run of this that we are going to up the menthol. It feels nice now, but people want to get chill. They want to be cool. They want more menthol.
They want more menthol.
But check us out, MasterRoachesGarden.com. We have all kinds of wonderful CBD hemp-derived products. And don't forget our gummies.
Freaky Fun Gums.
Freaky Fun Gums. We'll be right back. And we're back in case you hadn't noticed. Caitlin,
Hey,
tell
I
us
like that tune.
That was Green Lady by the Chives.
Right
Hey, it
on.
was
And
pretty
that's
nice.
all.
I liked it.
I picked it because it was called Green Lady, and it made me think of weed.
And that was sent to us by the Postal Studios in Indianapolis, Indiana. If you'd like to check out the playlist that I'm selecting a lot of our music from, you can check them out on Spotify. And it's called Postal Jams. There's hours, all kinds of hours worth of music, all kinds of genres. The engineering is just amazing.
Oh yeah,
At
there's
studio.
well, and there's so many different types of songs. The variety is so
What I said
wide.
genres. It's a genre.
Okay.
I hope Black Cat doesn't launch. So, Mike, you've got a grow off going on also.
Yes, the entries just closed. But yeah, I mean, for our very first grow off, the turnout was awesome. Better than what I would think it was going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty open grow off. There's really not many rules except for the pot size, and pretty much you have to drop it on the date, and you have to post the photos, the updates on a Saturday. But other than that, we bumped up the vegetative time to 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks like most, because one of our judges, Mr. Chuck Rock himself, he wanted to see creativity. Well, the only way we're going to see that is if we give longer veg time.
Right. Yes, I agree.
I think this grow off that you guys have going on is the first one that I'm actually like somewhat watching, like, because I've seen a bunch of other groups do grow offs and I've just been like, okay, whatever. But this is the first one that I'm actually like.
Yeah, I mean, there's categories, like they're looking for. I mean, I'm not part of the judges, so I just know the gist of what they're looking for. They haven't exactly let me in on it yet. So I mean, there's 3 judges. There's Mr. Chuck Rock himself. There's Colin Smith, which is the guy with College Genetics that is sponsoring the whole grow off.
Right.
So he wanted to be a judge on his own genetics, which is fine with me. And then we have Dan the Mushroom Man as the 3rd judge.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Right on.
And if there has to be a tiebreaker, then one of us other admins will step in and cast our vote.
Valid.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we did this not based on popularity. The idea came up to do it on likes and comments and stuff like that, but we decided that's not going to be good because some of the people that entered are pretty freaking popular.
Right.
So I mean,
right. No, you need an independent view on grow offs like that. Yeah, you can't base it off of popularity because that'll skew things. But yeah, I think you're going about it the right way.
Yeah, and if anybody knows Chuck Rock and how he grows and how he judges things, he's very meticulous. I mean, he knows the people that enter could grow, and I mean, this grow off was designed not only for the people that are veterans at growing or the people that are just do it as a hobby, but for the new people. We got a few people that have sponsored their own grower so they could mentor them through the whole thing.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. Now, you were talking during our first segment a little bit about hunting down strains for your patients. Now, how do you go about that? How do they determine what they want, and how do you go out and find what they're looking for?
Well, of course, the patients, they go to they go to the dispensaries because there is some time frame sometimes before they can get the product. All right. Which is a given. I mean, if cannabis could grow and just be like poof, ready, that'd be awesome. So they go out and they try different things, and then they'll come back like, "Hey, I tried this, and this really helped. Is there a way I can get that?" And sometimes I'll be like, "All right, I gotta search for that." All right, so I'll go searching for that, and I don't buy the beans for that. I'll go straight to the people and ask for the clones. All right. But
Right.
there's certain times where I can't get a hold of that strain because it's exclusively and they own the rights and they're not going to share, you know?
Right.
Uh-huh.
So I have to go out what I call on a on an expedition to go find something similar. You know, it's all about the terpenes mainly. The name.
Oh.
Oh, the cat muted me.
He did.
Yeah, that's Nero. He's kind of my special boy, and he's not feeling real well right now.
He's real
So
spastic right now.
yeah,
Oh, that's okay. Well, I go out on a, what I call an expedition. I try to find something that's similar to that. All right. Now I have projects of breeding, but that takes a lot longer than just growing it. Yeah, different strains do different things, but it's a lot about the terpenes in that strain. You know, you can have
exactly.
one strain in 500 different variations, but all 500 will do something different. You know.
And you know what? And I think people are finally starting to catch on that it's the terpenes, it's not the percent. And I am so happy to start seeing people paying more attention to the terpenes than just, well, what's the concentration percentage?
Yeah, I mean, there's some of the patients want high concentration. Some of them prefer the low. You know. So I mean, it
Right.
just depends on what everybody wants. I try to cater to it, and sometimes it's just impossible. Look, that's not going to be a possibility. Can we find a different way? You know?
Right.
Right. Well, what I was saying. Oh yeah, I like high percentage also, but it's really where the terpenes is really where the magic happens.
Yeah,
You know
you can
that
have high THC content, and if you have very little terpenes, it's yeah, you're going to get stoned, but it's not going to be any kind of medicinal value.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
exactly.
the same. I found with my experimentation with different strains that the terpene blend is everything, and
Yeah,
I've been paying a lot of attention to like which terpenes I take in because some terpenes are more prone to cause paranoia than other terpenes. And the paranoia is what used to kill me so much about elevating. And now that I have found, which terpenes to like kind of gravitate away from, I don't get the paranoia as much and I'm actually more able to like medicate rather than just,
Uh,
get toasted
and
and
CBD
be
stuff.
worried about get toasted and be worried about the cops being outside.
Right. But the CBD has also helped you too. Cut down on the
Yeah,
negative aspects.
CBD does help too. It does.
yeah. There's a couple. I mean, I have not very many, but like a handful of patients that want just the CBD cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Which is no
Right.
problem with me because it was a
Right.
new adventure for me. I'm like, what? And I thought about it. I was like, well, let's give it a shot. You know, in my mind, it was a waste of time, but then I realized it
Oh,
really did help them.
oh
You
Right.
know,
no, because yeah, I mean we're talking. I mean, see, and I can't wait until people start actually blending. Doing a flower blend of THC strains and CBD strains, and kind of bringing the best of the two worlds together
Right.
in a smokable form. But I think smokable CBD is going to continue to be a thing. It's going to be a
yeah. I
bigger.
mean, like Chuck just posted in there, CBD contribute or the terpenes contribute to the flavor and smell. All right,
Yes.
that's a good topic right there. You
Oh,
can
certainly.
have the best of the best, but if your senses are not in tune with that terpene, it's not going to go well for you. You
Yes.
know,
Right.
like
Yes.
for instance, she said she was getting dizzy or whatever. That's a
Mhm.
side effect. There's certain terpenes my wife can't have. It makes her sick to her stomach. You know,
That's
stuff like
valid.
that. You know, Chuck is a very highly intelligent man, just like me. You know, I'm glad to be partnered with him.
Right.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Yes.
You
And
know, what people don't understand is there's two different kinds of CBD out there. All right, there's the hemp, and then there's the cannabis. All right,
yeah, and that's what a big battle's going over kind of right now. Is how CBD is derived. But go ahead and Delta 8. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike.
oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You brought up a logical point. You know, hemp has CBD, but it's not the CBD value that most people think. They all have their benefits. Just one's on one spectrum, the other one's on the other spectrum. So I mean, my advice is to find what best works for you and stick with it. Yeah, see, it also matters where it hits my nose and I smell it when I smell it. See, there's a lot of people that tell me about that, and I'm a big time stoner, so terpenes really don't matter much to me.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
So
I'm.
I don't. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know really what to call this other than like terpene theory, but
Oh.
it's basically so terpenes are found in all kinds of different plants, not just cannabis.
Oh, certainly.
And when you are looking at the different strains, like Shannon said, and somebody else in the comments had said, trust your nose, when you're looking for what smells you want. And that's very, very true, because most of the time, if you like the smell of whatever you're smoking on, or you're really drawn to a certain type of terpene, it's because that terpene is also in a certain type of food that you like a lot, and your body is wanting that terpene.
Right. It's
and that's
needing that.
Yeah, and that's why, like, trust your nose, terpene theory.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very sound theory, and I'm surprised coming from you.
Yeah, as Chuck Rock just said, everybody has different receptors. One may connect with yours, one may not. And unfortunately, there's no one strain out there that works for all.
No, right. No. And that's the beautiful thing. I tell people about cannabis therapy and holistic and herbal medicine. This is not over the counter. It's not pharmaceuticals. It's not one size fits all. Everybody take one of these. It's very much tailored to your individual body chemistry, and the dosages need to be adjusted for what you need. That's why I always remind people, seek advice from a healthcare professional or a canna doctor before you start a cannabinoid or cannabis regimen, because these can interact with other pharmaceutical medications.
Yes.
So be very careful. Cannabis is a medicine, and we need to think about, even recreationally, we need to think about it as medicine and how it interacts with other things that we do. We all want to be responsible and enjoy this wonderful plant, but let's do it responsibly.
I mean, exactly. I second you on that one. I mean, and also, if you're going to choose a caregiver, the biggest sign that they're not really being straightforward on how they grow is they won't let you see what they do. All right.
Right.
You got to be careful, because I used to grow synthetically, but then, a good friend of mine talked me into doing organically. So now I'm organic.
Right on.
Either way, if they're not transparent on what they do and what they use, what they're putting into your plant, that means they're hiding something. And it most likely is not going to be very good for you. All right.
Right.
Exactly.
Like everybody that said, "Hey, you're growing for me. What are you using to grow?" I give them the whole list. This is what I'm using. Here's where to find out information. Bam, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, and that's great, because your patients are informed and they know that they're getting, high quality, well grown, natural medicine.
Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this hashtag real fast.
Okay.
We got 29
people. Oh my God, that's a hashtag.
29 people in on hashtag Master Roachee's Garden. And this is for Mama's Choice giveaway. Mom chose to give away CBD cream tonight, so that's what I'm spending for.
CBD cream tonight. That's what you're going to win if you win.
Dabby Langston.
Dabby Langston. Congratulations. Are you still here, Dabby?
I believe Dabby's still
I'm not going to show it to her if she's not still here. If she's still
I think
here,
she's still here. I saw her, I think.
Still here. Hang on.
Right. No hashing and no dashing.
No hashing and no dashing.
There's only one person.
So what is the
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I got a question for
You
you,
see,
but
I
go ahead.
wish I could get some of my patients to come up, but they want to be behind the scenes because it's still considered taboo. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
one
Here's
person
what.
that has
Here,
tried my product, which is in the comments, would be Frank Slime. He's the very first person that I was like, "Look, try this. You're not a patient, but I want you to try. I want outside opinion." you know,
right.
and he tried it. And people don't realize there's a lot more people out there like us than what we think.
Well, that's where as a community, we need to change the view, break the stigma, normalize cannabis. And that's through education. That's breaking the stoner mode. That we can be successful, productive people and still enjoy our cannabis. Our
Yes.
reefer, our marijuana, whatever you want to call it. But that does not make us losers or stupid or lazy people.
No, not by far. I have a I have a 12-hour job, sometimes 14-hour job. I work every day. You know,
Yep.
I still do this. And, it doesn't. People see people that grow cannabis or smoke cannabis or however they consume it. They see it as, oh man, these people are lazy. They're not going to go nowhere in life. Well, I think I've come pretty far in my life.
Right. Yes, I would say so. And
Yes.
I'm still working a full time job. I get up before 5 a.m. I usually don't get home until 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
And still have still manage to do our social media and run and grow a company. So yeah, and I consume daily.
Yeah. Daily.
Dabby. Oh, sorry. Dabby, I need you to send a message to Master Roachee,
That's me.
and we will get your CBD cream
And
shipped
this
out.
is what you got coming to you, Dabby.
Shipped out
So-
to you. Sorry, I was being kind of quiet, letting you guys talk there for a minute. So for me, the way that I've started to view cannabis more, and I think this is becoming like my viewpoint on cannabis in general, is it is a medication, not a medication. It is a medicine. And yes, it should be treated as such, but I think we should have the right, and this is coming from me living in a prohibition state. Everybody should have the right to choose what kind of medications they are putting into their body and how they are treating whatever kind of illnesses and ailments they may have.
Yeah, we don't want the pharmaceutical and insurance companies dictating what we're taking.
Absolutely.
So, what is this invasion of the cats? This is the third one, the third different one that's come through here. Junior was just here. What is going on with you all tonight?
Yeah, I believe everybody should have a right or choice whether they want to take the pharmaceuticals, whether they want to take herbs, whether they want to smoke cannabis, or however they use cannabis. That's their choice.
Right.
I feel like it gets to the point where it becomes like a patient's rights issue. And this is speaking from somebody that lives in a prohibition state. And it is a huge patient's rights issue because I feel like so many more people would benefit from being able to use cannabis than those that would be hindered by cannabis being legal. Like the good outweighs the bad, and at this point, it just comes down to who's lining whose pockets as to why Indiana doesn't have legal cannabis for recreational or medical use.
But we're working on it, and we're pushing. We're getting more in touch with different groups, and hopefully we can. What we need to do here in Indiana is an old-fashioned grassroots, small local groups getting together. I think it's now 90% of Hoosiers want some type of decriminalization and change to cannabis laws in the state. We Through this whole time, we had a first last year. We actually got a bill into a committee. It didn't make it out of committee, but that was the first cannabis bill in the history of the state to actually make it to a committee. So we need outside help. We need Hoosiers to stand up and band together and say, yes, we want this.
Yes, absolutely.
But everybody's so scared to speak out that, we're going to try to help give them platforms and get them in touch with local groups. We've got a lot of great people that I'm meeting around the state who all want the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do believe it will happen for you guys. In Missouri, we thought, honestly, people in Missouri thought we were going to be the last state, right? Because they were our laws at the time were one amongst the toughest in the country against cannabis. Which was ridiculous. You did more jail time for a bag of weed than you did for a brick of cocaine or something like that. It was ridiculous. They'd let you go with something like that, but if you had cannabis, man, that was at least 20 years.
Right. Well, and law enforcement, was so afraid to change cannabis laws because cannabis was that low hanging fruit that they could, bust somebody and bring them in or get, a warrant for a further search. And they were so worried that this was going to impede them. But I haven't heard any complaints from law enforcement that, cannabis is destroying their ability to police what few police we have left.
Right.
So, I mean, I've talked to a couple police officers in my area, because they know what I do because I'm licensed, so it's public information.
Right.
And I asked them, I was like, hey, has this made your job harder or easier? And they're like, man, most people don't know that we don't like taking people to jail for a plant.
Right.
Exactly. I've had a lot of conversations with law enforcement officers also on the same subject, and they really don't care. It's like we would rather just let the cannabis users kind of do their thing, because the only thing that might get out of hand is the music or something might get a little loud.
Yeah.
But there's never any altercations or fights that they have to go break up or shootings.
Oh yeah, two dudes are just duking it out in the parking lot because somebody forgot to pass the joint. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
So it's not a threat. It's not dangerous where you start throwing alcohol in the mix and things get really unpredictable.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's like you guys are. I heard you guys are coming to St. Louis events. So, and luckily both of them were within like an arm's throw from me. So
cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So I mean, when they first started doing the events in Missouri, I can't speak for another state, but in Missouri, man, the police presence was humongous. They didn't know what to expect. But now when you go to an event, there may be one there, and that's just to keep the peace, people in the parking lot,
Right.
Right.
That. And the other riffraff, there's always going to be some bad seeds that come to those events. So, I mean, they look out for them. But most of the time, they'll just you could be sitting there smoking a joint, and they'll just look and talk with you. All they ask is, hey, please don't blow in my face. I still have to take a test,
Right. Yeah, for all the events we've really been in Missouri and Illinois, there hasn't been a heavy police presence, which
I think the only event that we went to that had a stronger police presence was the Herbal Roots Canafest. And that's only because Illinois, since they are, it's still new to everybody in Illinois too. And they're kind of learning and navigating the laws still. And I think that's why there was such a strong...
Yeah, there was a little bit of an intimidation attempt by some county police. But I mean, as far as inside this was on the road leading into the event.
Yes.
So there wasn't really much of a police presence at all, actually at
inside,
the event.
Yeah, there weren't any police inside the event that I saw, but it was mainly out by the road. So I don't think it was like trying to like shut the event down. I think it was more along the lines of just trying to make sure everything was on the up and up. Now, the two Missouri events that we've been to, which were the KC Canafest and Mo Canafest, I think I saw maybe one cop at either event. There really wasn't any sort of police presence at either event unless they were, like Mo Canafest had security, but other than that, there really wasn't any type of police presence. there.
Yeah, that was a little later on down the road. That was like a few events after the very first one. The very first one, they were in presence, but they didn't really bother nobody. They were more worried about like, all right, Illinois' laws on cannabis is way different than Missouri's laws.
Oh yes,
Missouri's laws actually got the better laws out of the two. All right.
Right.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So they were there basically making sure that you weren't getting whatever you were getting from the festival and going out to your car and lighting up and taking off. That's what they were trying to keep from, because that here is considered the same thing as driving drunk.
right.
Right. Even though it's not like driving drunk, I can understand why they wouldn't want people doing
Yeah,
that. Like, it makes
because
sense.
because driving dirty, sometimes you hit 30.
Yeah.
So we've had this conversation many times. I think that when I
I'm
am,
on the interstate doing 40.
I think when I'm roasted and I'm driving, which isn't very often, it's very few and far between. But when I'm high and I'm driving, I actually drive safer because I don't speed when I'm high. I go the speed limit. I'm like always turning my turn signal on. Like, ooh, they're gonna get me. But
She turns into driving Miss Daisy.
I turn into somebody that actually drives like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm more dangerous. I'm sober. I'm more dangerous of a driver when I'm sober than when I am high, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Oh no, I've heard. I don't ride with you, but your blind mother does, and you even scare her. So, what's that saying?
I was even skeptical when this all first like initiated in Missouri. Like, I'm like, oh man, all these bad people are going to show up to this stuff, and it's going to become a free for all. And it's not. It's actually brought out the best in people, from what I've noticed.
And you see multi-generational groups there. I mean, you have folks that are in their 60s and 70s, down to the 20-year-olds, and it's wonderful seeing such a diverse crowd at these events.
Yes, absolutely. So, Lord Lee Cycle asked if we know of the Pot Brothers at Law. We actually know the Pot Brothers at Law. Lord
Yeah, I actually partied with them in Chicago.
Yeah.
So that's a story for another time. But yeah, there was that was an interesting time. Crystal abandoned me to these folks, much like just dropping your kids off at child traffickers. She kind of did the same thing. It's like, he's yours, I'm going to the room, see you later.
Kind of like a adult daycare situation.
Yeah, but these were not the people that should have been taking care of anybody. But yeah, had a great time. I'll tell you what, we're going to come back and talk to Mike some more, but let's go to our next musical break and put up a hashtag.
I already have a hashtag up. So I have hashtag Misfit Island up.
All right.
And Mike, I'll let you know before I put this song up so you can be thinking about it. This is for your choice of giveaway. So like, you pick whatever one of our products that you want to give away, and that's what we'll give away.
Oh Lord.
So we'll be back with you in a minute.
We watch the world spin.
Hang on.
Caitlin, the song ended. Where were you?
The song did end.
You were
was
messing
zoning
with your
out.
phone.
I was messing with my phone a little bit. I'm just doing stuff. It's fine.
So, Mike, what has been the, I guess, the strain you're most proud of finding? What was the most difficult strain that you had to go looking for that you actually found?
The original AK-47.
Really?
I had to. I still have some of the beans. I'm gonna hold on to them for dear life, but I had to do some like wheeling and dealing to get them. I had to trade a lot to get something that they wanted to trade for. You know, it was a whole bunch. It was a big tangle web, but I eventually got what I was looking for, and it was from an older gentleman. Believe it or not, he was in Canada, and he has quite the expanse of a seed bank in his house. That man has almost every original strain from the 70s in his house.
Wow.
So it's got like a collection of landrace strains.
Oh yeah. He did a video tour with me after I convinced him I had to get him something he really wanted from the United States and that he doesn't have in his collection. He showed me a tour. It was a good 20-minute tour of his seed bank. You know?
That's cool.
Wow. I'll tell you, Lizard Den has a strain that I am really, really interested in. He calls it the pain strain, but it's Panama Red with mixed with CBD.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
But yeah, it sounds really, really interesting because I thought that the Panama Red strain was dead. It takes so long to flower that everybody gave it up for the shorter cycles.
Yeah, I thought the guy was kind of BSing me on the AK-47 until he showed me the package, and I remember the package from when I was growing up because I grew up in a family of growers, so I mean,
right.
So I remember the packaging that it came in when my grandfather first showed it to me, and it was the exact pack. I took a snapshot of it when he held it up, and I compared it to the picture of my grandfather holding his pack up, and it was the exact same packaging. So
that is amazing.
That must have been almost like finding a relic of the past, when you saw it.
Yeah. So when he showed it to me, it took me a lot of convincing to get him to give up because he has I would say 20 or 30 packs of each one of them. And I had to do, like I said, I had to do a lot of wheeling and dealing and bartering and just to get the one strain he wanted here, just so I had a chance to get that one.
Right. Well, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's. What would you like to give away on this hashtag, Mike? Did you make a decision?
Well, I'm a huge fan of your beard oil.
Right on.
I'm a diehard fan. That beard oil has changed my beard game a lot. I think Mama Roachee commented on it last night on my live, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I looked in the mirror. I'm like, she's right. It's changed.
Yeah,
you're looking good. You are looking good, my friend.
Yes, it's not patchy no more. It's not over dry. It's not scraggly. It's all pretty uniform again.
Well, thank you for the love.
Chuck Rock wants you to give away the guitar that's behind us.
No. Not happening. Not happening. I thought I was going to get a chance to sit down and actually do a little playing over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
So
maybe next weekend.
37 entries on hashtag Misfit
Island. All right. Let's spin this and see where we go. And I was looking. I thought I had. There it is. Somebody put a speaker in front of it.
Not me.
Beard oil. And
Joe Orzel.
It's almost over. Empty because I've been using this one. But yeah.
Joe Orzel, are you still here, my friend?
Oh, Joe Orzel.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're still here.
Like Mama Roachee says, not only just good for your beard. I mean, I've used it in my son's hair. It's made it like really soft, and I've used it on different things, and it's not just good for that.
I use it after I shave on my head because you know how dry. Well, anybody that has a shaved head, uh, you get really dry
Yeah,
after
because when you
shaving.
shave it, it exfoliates the skin and makes your head real dry. Yeah.
Right. So I start. I get out and I put a little on my head and just work my way down, and that's how I use it.
Okay, I gotta set a timer.
All right. Well, Caitlin's setting the timer.
I
Timer.
see him. He just popped up.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there we
There he
go.
is.
Oh, beat the buzzer. Beat the buzzer. You are, my friend, are going to get a bottle of Master Roachee beard oil.
Yes, we just need you to send Master Roachee
That's me,
a direct message
Mrs. Queen Kate.
with your address so we can get your beard oil shipped out to you.
Right on, right on, right on. Make sure that you check out Misfit Island. You know, watch the grow off. If you're a misfit, this might be the island you're looking for. A lot of good people, great community. So check out Misfit Island with Mike and Frank and Chuck and everybody
Wayne and
Wayne.
Kasia and
Right,
Dan the Mushroom Man.
Dan the Mushroom Man. Yes. So check that out.
So I have a question.
Yeah,
so, like, everybody has their favorites of things to do. What are your favorite strains? Some of your favorite strains to grow, like personally, like ones that do ones that do really well for you, and like which ones do you like the most?
All right, I'll tell you, no problem. I see so many strains like in a year, all right. But my favorite strains are the ones that nobody looks at. Like when I go to these events, I go there for the product, of course, and I go there mainly for the strains that I see. All right. I said this in my live last night, and I'll say it again. When I go there, I'll see crowds of people at this one genetics group place, and then I'll see a smaller crowd at this one, but I'll see nobody at this other one. You know, that's where I head towards. I head towards the one that nobody's really popular because they're the underdog. They don't have the really cool name or the really flashy packaging. So I go for that. So I can't really say one strain. I mean, well, I can say one strain that I really love growing, but there's so many of them. I can't really pinpoint it down to one.
What about as far as use? Is there one strain that that's just your favorite?
Yeah, like that you prefer overall.
Yeah, that you'll go to for your vibe.
For my vibe would be well, there's two because I mix both of them. So when I go do that, so there's a Bruce Banner, all right, and then a Jack Harrer.
Oh yeah, that's a nice blend. I could see that. I had something similar to that.
You had Baby Banner.
Yeah, I had Baby Banner,
which was Bruce Banner, and I don't remember what else.
Yeah, it's across. Bruce Banner's in. I've had that one too, and that one's not that bad either.
Right.
You know, I'm more of a sativa guy.
Me too. My
wife is an indica woman. I'm a sativa guy, so you gotta kind of imagine the debates we have in our house.
All right,
that's valid. I feel like most of the time with indicas, for me, it gives me more body feels than sativa. But I've learned if I do enough sativa, that I get body feels as well.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, oh no, indica's a body high and sativa's a mind high, but that depends on the person. Sometimes I've seen it's the opposite. You know, I've been sitting there one time after smoking indica, you know, I'm like, oh shit, man, I ain't getting off this couch. Right. But then the same person, you know, one of my good friends sitting next to me, he's got all kinds of energy, and it's the same strain. You know?
Right.
And that's what's so amazing about this plant. It tailors to the individual. But yeah, I like a good indica every once in a while in the evening. But overall, I've got work to do, I can't be locked down and couch locked. So I like what I call the concert strain, the one that wants to get you up and get you moving.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like any strain that like gets me like moving up and moving is a good one, because I don't like, because usually with couch lock for me comes like severe munchies, and like you can't munch while you're stuck on the couch.
Yeah, I'm more of a get up and go because, as I explained to you before the show, I'm a busy guy. Like, I'm always on the move, whether it's
Right.
at work, with my family, or with my group. I'm always on the move. So I don't like the stuff that's going to put me on my butt. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's felt. That's felt. That is very much so felt.
Mike, I want to thank you for coming on tonight. You are a beautiful individual. You can always, Mike gets around to a lot of shows in Misfit Island. Tune in, learn from this man. He's got a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge to share, and not to mention one hell of a good vibe. So,
absolutely.
But thank you very much, Mike, for coming on tonight.
You're very welcome, and everybody have a good evening.
Right on. We'll be catching up with you a little bit later. Oh, I've got your code from your winnings, and I will get that to you.
Okay. No problem.
Right on.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I kicked Mike out.
Oh, does it make you feel good?
No, I don't like kicking people out.
Oh, well, good.
I don't like kicking people out.
That is good.
Hashtag freaky fun.
Hashtag freaky fun. What do you think? Wasn't Mike great?
No, I love Mike.
I do too. And I tell you, like you said, he is a really busy guy, and all of this caregiving.
He's really knowledgeable too. That's why I like talking to him.
Yes, I need to sit down and really pick his brain on some things.
I like talking to him and Frank because they're both really knowledgeable.
Right. But it's he's doing all of this stuff basically, volunteer as a caregiver.
Yes.
And that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Thank goodness that Mike and a lot of people like him are serving their communities and helping people get their medication that otherwise wouldn't be able to do it this way.
It takes. So I know that the cannabis caregivers are a lot different than like the traditional term of caregiver, but I would like to throw out my little tidbit on it. I think it takes a lot to do work for others in general, and I think caregiver is a really good term for what Mike does, because it like helping other people, like even if you are growing their medicine, even like for normal caregivers helping people out, it takes a lot to take care of others. Yes, in any kind of way, whether it be, like I said, growing their medicine, or like more in the traditional sense of how the word caregiver is used. It takes a lot to do for others and give for others. So I feel like caregiver is a really good term to be used.
Oh, very good, Caitlin.
Thanks.
I agree
bud.
with you.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, Steve, I've been cold all day. It's been rainy here all day. So, yeah. Sweatshirt. I saw somebody earlier say, "Go Buckeyes." It's just a sweatshirt. Ohio State.
She doesn't know where Ohio is.
I do know. It's on the.
She knows it. She knows it's a state,
east.
And she knows it's close to Indiana.
It's to the east of us.
But if you give her a map, it could be Michigan. It could be Illinois.
It's to the
it could
east
be Kentucky.
of us. Good golly.
I mean, she's got, a pretty good chance of pointing it out. We are proud of you.
Listen, buddy.
We are proud of you. Now,
Thank you, Joe.
If you're liking our show, please, hit the follow button on any of our platforms, which is Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. What else?
Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. That's it.
That's it. I know we're going to be getting more channels going eventually.
But
that's what we're on right now. But if you like us, give us a follow. It really helps us out, helps us with our metrics. And we love you guys. And also, by doing that, you never miss a show. So you'll get notified.
Facts.
And that is a good thing.
Facts.
Also, be sure to stop by our website. Sign up for our newsletter. Several reasons. Tell them.
You'll get 10% off.
On your first purchase.
You will get 10% off. And if you sign up for our newsletter and read our newsletter, there might be some fun factoids in it.
Some interesting articles that will be going along with our monthly conversations and topics.
Absolutely.
So this month we have some stuff with auras and chakras in it. And this is the only way that you're going to be able to get the kind of the study material that I'm suggesting.
Yes.
Is by signing up for our newsletter.
And you might get like a random garble from me because I was informed that since I'm a part of this company and this business that I need to write a piece to put in the newsletter.
She needs to
I need to put in the work.
Newsletter.
So I don't know. I might put like a funny story in. I still haven't decided what I'm going to write to put in the newsletter, but it's not going to be anything like
comprehensive,
informational. It's going to be silly. It's going to be whatever I put in the newsletter. It's going to be silly. Not silly, but silly.
Boy, that's something to look forward to. You could also put recipes. You could.
I've thought about recipes. I thought about doing maybe
salves or teas or stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can actually contribute to help people than just nonsense. Maybe, possibly.
I don't see why you want me to contribute.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to dive into auras and. Actually, we're going to dive into
real fast.
Yes, go ahead.
Aaliyah. Jeez, I'm trying to read. Get out of here, hoe bag. Aaliyah, however you pronounce your name. So, in order to find our newsletter, go to masterroacheesgarden.com, scrolling across the bottom of the screen right here. And that is where you find our newsletter. Right after it asks you if you're over 21 years old, it should pop up with where you put your email in, and it'll say you get 10% off your first purchase after you've signed up for our newsletter.
Exactly right. And we are rolling out our new rewards program. And also, we've had a few people sign up for brand ambassador. If you like our products and you would like to have an opportunity to make a little money, we are offering a associates or brand ambassadors program.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is DM me your email address. Send me your email address and I will work on getting you hooked up and started on this.
Hi, Amy.
So that is that. Why don't we play a song and then we'll come back and talk about gut feelings, ESP, and how to develop it.
Jeez Louise. Okay.
I'll stay away for as long as I can. I'll forget your name till someone brings you up again. And I don't think that I could take being left behind. Would you remember me? More than a sugar skull, so sweet. I should be used to this by now. The feeling of falling out. Could you see this through? Or am I just see-through? I'll take my time, if only to save myself. I'll be fine, 'cause I finally care about mine. And I don't think that I take being left feeling of throwing out. Could you see this through? Am I just see through to you?
Once again, Caitlin, the song ended.
Yeah, I ended it.
Oh, you did.
That was Sugar Skull by Fever Dream, off of the Postal Jams collection, which can be found on Spotify.
Yes, check it out. All kinds of. You're playing a lot of up tempo rock and stuff tonight.
Up-tempo rock, kind of alt rock, yeah. That's kind of been my vibe lately, up-tempo alt rock.
Right. Well,
I would like
to
to
sharing your vibe with us.
Absolutely. I'd like to remind everybody, if you are liking our program, if you are liking what we're doing here, if you're liking the tunes, if you're liking everything, please make sure you hit those reactions down at the bottom. Share us out to a couple of your like-minded friends or groups of friends. You know, that's how we grow.
Yeah.
That's how we get bigger. That's how we keep going.
Well, not only that, it's how we get to meet new people.
Absolutely.
Get told about new events that we can go to and meet folks. I mean, it's a lot more than just growing.
Yes.
I try to get in and interact with people as I can, but just terribly busy. But we love everybody.
Speaking of meeting new people, also though, if you guys have any friends that are artists, glass blowers, musicians, comedians, anybody that has any kind of talent,
especially puppeteers.
Anybody with talent, send them our way, and maybe we will feature them on our show.
Maybe. And puppets. Caitlin loves puppets.
Craftsmen, woodworkers, blacksmiths.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for all kinds of talent amongst our community. It doesn't have to all be Canna related.
No, yeah.
Right.
We like non-Canna artists as well.
So you check out our Thursday night programs, because that's where we really highlight the artists in our community. We're going to have some interesting folks on. This Thursday, it's just Caitlin and I, and we're going to spend some quality time, if there's such a thing, with you.
So before we delve into this conversation about ESP, I'm going to get rid of this hashtag, I think. Okay. What do you think? I think 29 people want a chance to win our Freaky Fun gums. Hashtag Freaky Fun.
I would say let's give 29 people a chance to win some Freaky Fun gummies. Now, let me warn you that these are Delta 8 gummies, but they are 50 milligrams each, and they are tiny, and they taste very good because we use the same flavoring as the Albanese Gummy Company.
Kathleen Hall Turner Anderson.
Kathleen Hall Turner Anderson, congratulations.
Are you in the comments, Kathleen Hall Turner Anderson?
Give us a thumbs up. I'm here.
Hip hip huzzah.
Yeah, hip hip huzzah.
Hip hip huzzah.
And you will be the fine winner of some of our gummies.
Freaky
be careful,
fun
you may be tempted to eat more.
Don't do it.
But two gummies generally is plenty.
Kathleen Hall Turner Anderson, what I need you to do is send Master Roachee.
Mm-hmm.
Say your words.
That's me.
A private message with your address, and we will get your Freaky Fun gums shipped out to you.
Directly, or we won't, but Mama Roachee, Crystal will.
I help.
If you say so.
You help. We all help. We all do to do.
We all do to do. Yes, we do. We do to do.
Hiccup.
So, may we continue now?
Yes, we may now.
Are you giving the green
light? We may now proceed to our conversation about ESP.
Why, thank you. Thank you. Now, you're saying, okay, we're talking about chakras and auras. Now you're going into ESP. It all ties in together. And you'll see as we progress. Now, a lot of people think that ESP is kind of a newly developing sense. I think personally that this was an instinct that we had back before we were really able to reason.
Yeah.
And so, because when I talk about ESP, and then everybody's going, yeah, ESP, I can read minds, I can do this, I can do that. But what if I just put it into the same term as your gut feeling and show that we are all capable of certain types of ESP? You can walk into a room and sense the mood of a room. Have they just received some bad news, or is it joyous? Or you walk into where two friends are talking and you can feel the tension.
Yeah.
That is a form of ESP. It doesn't have to just to be mind reading and seeing auras or other things. Everybody wants to see. That seems to be the big thing. But we pick up so much from our environment, and we used to pick up a lot more. But as we've progressed as a species, we keep isolating ourselves more and more and more from the natural world. So some of the things that we can do to be able to reopen our eyes and open our senses back up to these inputs that we're getting in, that we're capable of interpreting. Some with practice. Like I said, I set out the basics for kind of a starting to see aura in the newsletter. It's very basic, but it will get everybody started. Yes.
My phone died.
Oh, your phone died. How lucky are we to have Mama Roachee in the room?
I'm only gonna be in here for a minute because
Jason said Mama Roachee does most of the do. She has the greatest ESP, by the way.
Mama
I have the
Roachee.
greatest extrasensory perception.
Mama Roachee's got something, all right. Not sure what it is. but
Jason
she
also
definitely
said,
has.
I think you have to listen to your environment. And then Margaret said, I listen to my gut instincts, never failed me. And I think that's a lot of what ESP, not a lot, but that's big into what ESP is
She's coming in here and stealing my munchies, is what she's actually doing. If you're wondering what that noise is, don't even think about opening her nose. Nope. Hands
She's
off.
got freaking double stuffs in there.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of your munchies, I tried one of those croissants earlier.
Yes.
It was good.
Good.
It was good.
Got one of my hazelnut.
Well, the other daughter's out in the
vanilla.
living room.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, hello, other daughter.
She's hiding.
You have another daughter?
I do.
Really?
Weird. I never knew.
But we have, this innate ability. We've isolated ourselves and have not been developing, actually losing it.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
So some of the things that you can start doing is, number one, you kind of need to identify which is your primary scent.
Scent?
Or sense. Sense.
Well, mine's definitely not my eyes.
Yeah.
My snoofer.
I'm out.
When somebody talks to you, do you get images in your head? Do you think of a smell, of a color, of music or sound?
Mm-hmm.
And that is kind of will key you off to what to develop or what to listen to.
Right.
From your body, because some people, when you say a car, they'll think of a color. Some people will think of a car. Some people think the smell of leather or other things that are associated with. And the way that those images kind of hit you can kind of clue you into what your sense to develop is.
Right.
Getting back in tune with nature and opening your mind to new experiences and new feelings is a very good way to start developing your abilities. It may, and I'll be honest, some people may never be able to, develop certain abilities. Some may find it, easy and, say, I thought this was going to be difficult and wow, I'm able to do it. So the big thing is knowing what you want to develop. But we can all start at the beginning before we get into special exercises for developing. Big thing is be part of your surroundings. Start noticing things. Allow your imagination to return. Take some time each day to watch the clouds. What do you see in the clouds?
Mindful moments.
Mindful moments.
Practice mindful moments.
And along with some deep breathing exercises, you'll start tuning your body in to be able to start developing some of the things that we're talking about later. But this is the first step, being mindful, opening up yourself to new situations, challenge yourself, use and develop that imagination. For some people, it may be writing poetry, some playing music, others writing a song, a story. Write a silly story, use your imagination, make nonsense. Make nonsense. It's good for you to be nonsensical. Well, not for you, because you take it to extremes.
I make the most sense out of anybody, buddy.
Really? But I'm normal.
Margaret said, I do that, Master Roachee.
Oh, wonderful.
And Jason Willis said, I smell the flower.
And it's serious when people say, take time to smell the flowers. Feel your environment, smell those pine trees.
Do you think just tuning into your senses, like as a whole, could help further develop ESP skills?
Certainly.
Because I'll tell you what I did earlier, and yeah. I turned the speaker on full blast.
My speaker?
Uh-huh. And I got really roasted.
Okay.
And then I just put on a couple different albums. Like I listened to a couple different albums, and I felt the music.
Right.
Is what I did. I keyed into the body feels and felt the music in different parts of my body, kind of like a meditation, if that makes sense.
And
with tunes.
That's also very important. Challenge yourself to get outside your comfort zone. If you're a rock fan or a thrash fan, try listening to something mellow. A rock and roll fan, try listening to some classical music, some jazz. You're a hip hop person, try listening to some rock and roll, some other genres. Feel the music, because all of these, you don't have to necessarily like it or listen to it on a regular basis, but broaden your horizons. Open up your senses to something that's new to you.
Be open to new experiences.
New experiences, especially music. And I know people will say, classical and jazz.
Classical music can really hit depending on the mood.
Right, and so can jazz.
Jazz also can really hit depending on the mood.
And
every kind of music can really hit depending on the mood.
But those two genres in particular are really complex, and they make your brain work in some different way. That's where some music therapies come in, because it stimulates other areas where other music doesn't.
Right.
So, and I like the using music and aromatherapy together. Again.
Yeah.
Stimulating those senses, getting back in touch with your environment, start cultivating your imagination, and it's going to make the next steps even easier.
Facts. I put up another hashtag.
You did?
For what? I don't know.
Looks like the same hashtag. Are you just recycling hashtags?
It is a repeat hashtag. I didn't.
She's out of creativity. It's gone. It's gone.
I didn't really know what I was going to give away.
Okay. What are you giving away?
I still don't know. I haven't decided.
Well, I guess you better be deciding.
Your choice. Your choice. We've given away cream, gummies, beard oil. Your choice. Your turn to have a choice. I give you the power of choice.
I'll tell you what. Let's give away something that we never give away.
What do we never give away?
What is the one? What is the one oil that we like hardly ever give away?
Golden medley.
Well, that.
Groovy days.
I was thinking Groovy Days. We've given.
Groovy days.
You know what? Let's do a golden medley.
What? Where did that come from?
Out of the blanket.
Oh my goodness.
It's stuck like a burr.
Goodness.
Let's give away some golden medley.
Golden medley.
Now,
Awesome.
what our golden medley blend is, it's a full spectrum CBD with CBDA and CBG added. This is our anti-inflammation blend, if you would have it that way. It really was developed for people that have to sit at a desk for long hours or in one place that are going to get stiff and sore but still need to concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
So for students, for gamers, for business people that are have to put a presentation or working late, that need that focus, but also don't want their body to get all stiff from the sitting.
Right.
And it also works on other types of inflammation, but
Zach.
that's kind of what it was designed for. CBDA is even a bigger inflammation fighter than CBD.
Right.
So these two partnering up really get some nice relief.
Nice relief and relaxation and muscle looseness.
And you
Loosey-goosey muscles.
You get the mental stability or stabilizing effect of the CBD, plus all the other effects that CBD gives you.
Ooh.
But, do you want to play a...
I can play a tasty lick.
Play a tasty lick, and then maybe we'll come back and spin to win.
I could do that. I got another tasty lick.
Wonderful. Hit me with that tasty lick. At least I didn't say.
The lights in the city pour down. You try to find a way around it. And one more tune, one more tip, but the look in their eyes makes you sick. No more. There you go. You're humming the same old tune from before. Can't you be grown up about this? There's so much you could miss, but just hope for the best. 'Cause too old, too old. Brown bags thinking cover up that side. It's alright. It's alright. As long as the weather is good and your intentions are where they should be. Put an end to the wonder walls and the small things. All of those people are gone. Does it make you happy? Is it just your habit? You're old. Too old. Can't get away from this no more. There you go. You're humming the same old tune from before. Can't you be grown up about this? There's so much you could miss, but just hope for the best. 'Cause too old, too old. Too old. You can't get away from this no more. There you go. You're humming the same old tune from before. Can't you be grown up about this? There's so much you could miss, but just hope for the best. 'Cause too old, too old.
Yes. Yes. Did you get it figured out?
Nope.
No, I didn't. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Check us out Thursday night. Thursday night vibes.
You didn't even ask who the song was by.
I figured you'd tell us, and when you didn't,
That was 24 by the Lady Presidents.
24 by the Lady Presidents.
Yeah.
24 by the Lady Presidents. And I bet that's off the Postal
It is off of Postal Jams.
Postal Jams playlist. Check out Postal Jams on Spotify. You will find all kinds of amazing artists and genres. Check us out Thursday night for Master Roachee's Rant and the World According to Caitlin.
That's me.
Yes, and advice from Kate. Also, uncomfortable moments. So
Uncomfortable
moments. We
Hi, Ty.
all love Thursday night uncomfortable moments. So tune in Thursday night for Thursday Night Vibes. Make sure you smash that follow button.
Smash that follow button.
Smash that.
Smash
follow
that
button.
share button.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. If you
Smash
dig what
all
we're
of the
doing.
buttons.
Yeah, smash all the buttons.
All of the buttons. Just
Down
start
the buttons.
smashing all the buttons.
Down with buttons.
Down with buttons.
Caitlin, would you like to say goodnight to these good folks?
Are you daft?
Oh, we still got to spin. Yeah.
Only 10 people want golden medley.
Only 10 people. That's
Oh,
disappointing.
my
But
goodness.
each of these 10 people need the golden medley.
Tiffany Brown, are you still here, dear?
Tiffany Brown, you will get a bottle of Master Roachee's golden medley.
If you're still here.
Uh,
Especially since you tried to say goodnight.
Yes. Master Roachee's golden medley.
He's done driven everybody off, told everybody good night, show's over.
Yeah. CBD, CBDA, CBG. You're not going to find you are not going to find this around very often. If
She's
you're
here.
looking for it in stores, you're not going to find it. We have it. We have it.
That's okay, Kathleen. So, Tiffany, what I need you to do is send Master Roachee,
That's me.
a direct message with your address, and we will get your golden medley
Out to you pronto.
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 On the double.
On the double, even.
On the double.
On the double. Yes, I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, would you like to say goodnight, Master Roachee?
I would like to say goodnight. Would you like to say goodnight?
I'm okay with saying goodnight.
Are you? Can you?
Good night, fam.
And as always, peace, love, good vibes. See you Thursday night. Have an amazing week. Thank you for spending Mondays with us.
Thank you.